Hi everybody, Bonnie here. I hope you guys are doing good. Welcome to VEDA Day 4. I just have two more little bunnies to show you. Same one that I showed you yesterday, same pattern, which I will link below. It's a free YouTube tutorial. This one is Bernat Blanket in Pretty Girl, and this one, Bernat Blanket in Pixie Pink. For the tail on the Pixie Pink one, I used Tan Pink in Bernat Blanket, and then this one, I just let the yarn do what it was going to do. So this one turned out pretty good. I like it okay. It's not my favorite, but Briella really likes it, so this one might end up as hers. And I don't know, I like this pink one. My favorite so far is that light pink one in the background. I just made two. Last night I really wanted to crochet more, but I had a headache and I went to bed a little early, so this is all that got done. Yeah, but today I had to go pick up some crickets from the post office. We have a couple of geckos and they eat live bugs, which is kind of a pain. And I order them from Kansas, so, or is it Louisiana? Anyway, I had to go to the post office and pick those up because they're live and they tend to die when they're in the mail truck, like being delivered that day, so they suggest having them held at the post office. So I had to stop by the post office, pick those little critters up, and while I was out, I had to go into the town that's got a Michael's, and so of course I stopped at Michael's and I got some yarn that I want to show you guys, and then I got some really like bright yarn that I'll show you after that. The last time I was at Michael's, I know they had white Bernat Blanket, but I just didn't buy it because I didn't think I needed it, and I really want to give some of those bunnies a white tail, and they had it. They had white, and it was in the plastic on the shelf, which is cool, keeps it clean. So this is just a Bernat baby in white. I'm assuming, yeah, it's called white. And they also had an off-white. This is, well, upside down again, Bernat baby blanket. And this is vanilla, this one right here. So there's a slight difference, but how exciting, right? And then from Michael's, I also got this. This is a Lion Brand Heartland in dry tortugas. I've never heard of that word. Like, what is it? I should Google it. I don't know what that means. But this is the yarn that I use for those mushroom boys, those popping ones with the little booty. I've got an order for 15 of those, so I need some more yarn. And right now, Michael's yarn is 30% off. I don't know how long that's running. And I did have like a $5 voucher, so that was my justification going into Michael's and getting some yarn. Plus I needed it, you know. And then since it was, let me get them out of the bag. Since the yarn was, or is, right now as I make this, it still is, 30% off, I got two more of these Karen Big Cakes. This is Peach Party. And this one looks a little messed up, but it's fine. It's clean. They did have one, they had three. The last one, it was like dirty and there was a factory knot in it. It wasn't that great. So hopefully two will be enough to finish that granny square hexa cardigan that I'm working on. And I don't know where I put it because I wanted to grab it just, you know, to see if I think, and I have three. So actually I have three of these, but I wanted to grab the two panels. I have the two halves done. I just did a cake of each. So it's going to be like, if I use all three that I've got that I haven't used yet, it'll be 5 Karen Big Cakes in that hexa cardigan, if I can find it. Briella was like, what do you mean? She didn't know what I was talking about. And I'm like, here, I'll show you. And then it wasn't where I thought it was. And I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere. I remember folding it and putting it away to keep it clean. And I don't know where I put it. So I really want to find that so that I can finish it because I love these colors. And then it was so funny. Briella was like, why are you making it? I'm like, a hexa cardigan to wear. And she's like, in public? I was like, yes, I will probably wear it in public unless it looks really, really bad. But first I need to find, oops, I dropped yarn. First I need to find the two halves that I have done somewhere. And then since I was like by Michael's, there is this other store that sells yarn besides Walmart. Our Walmart doesn't have the best selection of Bernat blanket, and I didn't even bother going there because the last time I was there a few days ago, they didn't have anything. So anyway, there's another store that sells yarn, but I used to work there, and I cannot like go in there. It seems like I worked there for almost 5 years, and then I quit maybe 4 years ago or something, and I've only been in there 2 times since I quit, I think. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's not a great place to work. But I knew they had yarn there that I would probably want to get, because I went online to see what they had Bernat blanket wise, and they did have some. And they also carry Bernat Super Value, which I really like, just the acrylic. So the things I'll do for yarn, right? So I pulled in and my heart started beating super fast. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then all these memories fled back, like, whatever. So anyways, I was just like, I knew the fastest way to walk and which door to go in to get to the yarn, get to the self-checkout, and then get out of there. If you hear scratching, Dingo's being crazy on the cat tree. But anyway, so I wanted to go in there, and I got Bernat Super Value in black. This is the kind of boring yarn. I have a boring bag. But I really like the texture of the Bernat blanket, and Michael's didn't have any black acrylic yarn that I really liked. And then I really, really like just the Super Value, Bernat Super Value in white, because it's a brighter white and it's not so fuzzy, or it doesn't have that halo. I looked at the white yarns in Michael's, and they were either really thin, like the Impeccable tends to be thin, or it's really chunky fat like the classic acrylic. I want to get away from using that. It's just kind of, I don't know. But then the Red Heart they had at Michael's, which was white, but it had this really big halo on it. I'm not sure if that's normal, because I don't usually buy white Red Heart. But anyway, I knew that this store that I went to would have this Bernat, because when I worked there, I remember buying some of this Super Value, so I got that. And then the first Bernat blanket I got is just this brown. This is called Taupe, and I think I want to make another puppy out of this. One of my videos has like all these views, and it was just a puppy video I made. I didn't even really mean for it to be like popular, but anyway, so I wanted to get some more brown, and they had that. But that's not why I went there, you guys. This bag here is why I went there. Oh, there's the, yeah, you know, it gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it right now. You guys, my blood pressure was rising when I was just in there getting the yarn, just wanted to get out of there. I didn't want to talk to anybody that I knew from there. And luckily, I only saw one person, but she kind of didn't know me. Like, I recognized her, she recognized me, but didn't say anything. You know, bad management and bad corporate policies really ruin places to work sometimes. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, you guys, look at this color. This one is sun-soaked in Bernat blanket, and it is really, really soft. Like, it's really soft. Softer than that brown I just showed you. They also had the Brights yarns, and this one is called Carrot Orange. It's just so bright. I love it. And then they also had one more that I got, and this one is called Pow Purple. So these 3 colors, I finally found a yellow in Bernat blanket if I want to do some chicks or something like that. But I think I'm going to make bunnies out of all of these colors too. Yeah, so I'm really happy. I got a lot of yarn today. That's what I did this morning, and yeah, so tonight more bunnies on the horizon. I've got to make some more mushroom boys, and you know me, I have a lot of projects. And that lion from Zumigumi Favorites, I haven't touched that since I last showed you the body part of it, and those little tiny animals. Just, I don't know, I'm glad I have a lot to crochet. I really enjoy crocheting those bunnies and the little mushroom boys. And yeah, so that's what I have for you guys today. Tomorrow I'm sure I'm going to have some colorful things to show you. If you hear squeaking, that's just Lydia coming down the stairs. Our house is really old and it creaks. So yeah, now that I'm all done, Dingo has stopped playing on the cat tree. But sorry about that scratching, you guys. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble. I really need to do something with this wall. It's just, I gotta put something there. What should I put there? I don't know. It's too blank. Yeah. I hope you guys have a good night, and I will be seeing you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.